The top leadership of BRICS countries held a virtual summit this week. The grouping that represents more than 26% of the world's landmass, 41% of the global population and over 20% of the global gross domestic product committed to further enhance its multidimensional engagements at both bilateral and multilateral levels. They also agreed for scientific investigation into the origins of COVID-19. The joint statement that was released in the backdrop of rising instability in Afghanistan urged the South Asian nation to resolve issues peacefully through intra-Afghan dialogue and asked its leadership to not let the Afghan soil be used as nurturing ground or safe haven by any terrorist organization.
Under the Indian chair this year, the BRICS nation, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa committed to deepen their ties and broaden their work framework in order to achieve common objectives. Apart from the trade, the key focus this year was to commit to a collective endeavor towards minimizing vaccine inequity and a counter-terrorism action plan. The leaders also underlined the achievements of grouping in past years. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that setting up institutions like the New Development Bank, the Contingency Reserve Arrangement and the Energy Research Cooperation Platform were some of BRICS' key achievements so far. Last month, BRICS space agencies' heads had also signed an agreement for cooperation in remote sensing satellite data sharing, which Modi said had added a new chapter of cooperation within the grouping.
ब्रिक्स ने मल्टीलेटरल सिस्टम की मजबूती और सुधार इस पर एक साझा पोजीशन ली। हमने ब्रिक्स काउंटर टेररिज्म एक्शन प्लान भी एडॉप्ट किया है। हमारी अंतरिक्ष एजेंसियों के बीच रिमोट सेंसिंग सैटेलाइट कॉन्स्टेलेशन समझौते से सहयोग का एक नया अध्याय शुरू हो रहा है। हमारे कस्टम्स विभागों के बीच सहयोग से इंट्रा ब्रिक्स व्यापार आसान होगा।
Brazil's President Jair Bolsonaro highlighted the progress of bilateral agreements reached within its partners in the BRICS group in all areas. Bolsonaro also emphasized that Brazil and India's joint actions have produced successful results, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Diversos instrumentos assinados durante a viagem estão rendendo frutos. E nossa cooperação tem avançado, em especial nas áreas de ciência e tecnologia, energia e saúde, sobretudo no combate à pandemia de Covid-19. O comércio bilateral tem crescido em mais um sinal da retomada de nossas economias e do potencial de nossas relações.
A consensus was drawn among the grouping to help the poor countries in accessing the vaccines. Although the proposal to waive patent on COVID vaccines moved by India and South Africa at the World Trade Organization couldn't muster a clear support, the member countries backed a scientific investigation into the origins of the SARS-CoV-2. The joint statement released by BRICS also expressed concern at the Afghan situation, where a humanitarian crisis is being feared with the return of the Taliban. Member nations urged the Taliban to initiate an inclusive intra-Afghan dialogue to restore stability in the country and urged its leadership to not allow foreign forces or terrorists to use its soil as launching pad. Russian President Vladimir Putin also spoke about regional security after the US pullout and Taliban takeover of Afghanistan. Since 2006, BRICS countries have come together to deliberate on important issues under the three pillars of political and security, economic and financial, and cultural and people-to-people exchanges. And after major achievements under Indian chair, the grouping is optimistic of forging even closer ties under China, which is set to chair the grouping next.